Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. You're joining me today at Coventry for what's going to be my first ever run on the brand new Avanti West Coast Class 805s. I hope you enjoy.
The Class 805 was introduced to the West Coast Main Line by Avanti West Coast in an attempt to replace the ageing fleet of Class 221 Super Voyagers. The Super Voyagers were introduced in the early 2000s by Virgin Trains and are currently being operated by Avanti West Coast. These are diesel-electric multiple units, or DEMUs, which operate solely on diesel power. This makes them suitable for operating services on the North Wales coastline, where there is no electrified line. However, the Class 805 is bi-mode, which is capable of operating on both electric, 25 kV AC from overhead wires, and diesel power. Both the 221 Super Voyager and the Class 805 have a maximum operating speed of 125 miles an hour. However, at this point in time, Class 805 is limited to 110 miles an hour down certain parts of the West Coast Main Line, due to its lack of a tilting mechanism. Right, let's have a little look around the interior. At every table seat, you've got access to 2 power sockets, as well as 4 USB slots. As well as this, you also have access to 2 wireless chargers, which are built into the table. In standard class, the seating is a 2x2 formation, whereas in first class, it's a 2x1. The seats used in these units are actually incredibly comfortable. Put simply, they're quite literally modified, refurbished Pendolino seats. As usual with Avanti, there is a reservation system. In this case, however, it wasn't working. Now, let's turn our attention to the airline-style seats. There is quite a problematic lack of plugs, because there is 1 for every 2 seats, but there are 2 USB ports, so this is fine. There is also a fold-out table with a personalised reading light, which I found quite nice. To top this off, and I don't claim to be a very tall person here, but even for me there was some very, very adequate legroom here. However, if you want a window seat, I'd recommend trying to avoid the seats at either end of the coaches. Now, here's a little overview of the rest of the train. So, the interior is very, very clean, although I doubt this will last very long. In Coach A and Coach E, there seems to be a table for wheelchair users, which I find quite good. Also featured on this train is an upgraded electronic display, featuring the next stop and a more accurate visualization of how far you've gone into your journey, as well as connections from the next stop. My favourite feature of this display is the fact that it tells you how many seats are free in each coach, as well as where the facilities are located. Walking back through the train, you'll find there is an updated safety diagram. And now we come to the announcements. In my opinion, these were a bit loud and, to some extent, quite distorted.
We will shortly be arriving at Birmingham International. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform and take care when stepping down from the train. Please do not leave any items of luggage unattended on trains or at stations. If you become aware of any suspicious items or people acting suspiciously, please tell a member of staff or a police officer. In the interests of safety and security, this train is fitted with CCTV.
In addition to this, I found the announcements to be a bit long-winded.
Would customers please note that they cannot alight from this coach at the next station. Please move forward to Coach K.
Please retain your ticket, as ticket barriers may be in operation.
Please do not take large items of luggage on the escalators. Instead, use the lifts provided. For Birmingham Airport, please turn left after the ticket barriers and check your departure terminal using the flight information screens. For the NEC and Resort World, please turn right after the ticket barriers. Thank you for travelling with Avanti West Coast.
If I'm honest, the vast majority of the announcements were quite useful, especially the ones on the approach to Birmingham International, explaining how to access flight information and directions.
You really maintain yourself very well.
This train will call at Birmingham New Street and Wolverhampton.
No, it's my taxi. All white to get the platform now.
Right then folks, as you can see, I am now at Birmingham New Street, and I can safely say this: they may not be Voyagers, but this is what we've got now, and I'll tell you what, if this is what the future's like, I'm all for it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!